I think like get everybody hair and makeup, and then let me get dressed. And once I'm dressed, they can come in and put their dress on. Or let them get dressed and go out. Well, I'm gonna get as soon as I get dressed, I want everybody out. So as soon as I start getting dressed, she's gonna start getting. Let me see. Uh-oh.
Because
We have that on video now.
Who's wrong? What? Who's wrong?
Or are we gonna have to, no. Uh-oh. Now she's being phone. You. Oh my God.
Makeup.
The makeup.
gathering here on this beautiful summer's night, we form a crazy patchwork quilt of love. And it is with that love that we embrace the two of you. Lisa, Tim, just look out. Be brave. You are totally surrounded by love. And I say bask and revel in every moment of this night. And as we celebrate tonight, it is good also to recall that our celebration is blessed with the abiding love of those who have gone before us. Tonight, Tim and Lisa hold with deep affection the memory of Lisa's grandfather, Sidney, and her father, Stephen, as well as Tim's father, Frank, and stepdad, Albert, his mother, Mary, and brother, Gerard. And so it is that as we enter now into this time of thanksgiving and blessing, this time of renewal and commitment, I invite each of you to put aside the cares and concerns of the past week, as well as the worries of the week to come, and simply rest. Rest in the beauty of this time and place. We gather in love. Allow yourselves to be renewed and refreshed by that love. Weddings are a wonderful time for so many reasons. They're a wonderful time for kicking up your heels and partying, and God knows, party you will as the night goes on. Weddings are also a time for telling stories, and I have a sneaky suspicion that some of you have been paid off to not tell your stories. But weddings are also a time for wishing and hoping. And as the night goes on, each of you will have an opportunity to share with Lisa and Tim the wishes and hopes that are deep in your hearts. I too come here this evening with 3 wishes of my own, and I offer them in the hope that they echo something of what is in your own hearts. My first wish. My first wish is actually inspired by 2 great women, my Irish grandmother and the talk show host, Sally Jessy Raphael. My grandmother loved Sally and watched her every afternoon. And on this one day, I visited my grandmother, and Sally was on. And I sat with my grandmother and we were watching Sally, and there was this man being interviewed. And this man talked about love, and he said, you know, when we talk about romantic love, we always talk about the great grand moments, the fireworks, the moments that make us feel all tingly inside. And he leaned into Sally and he said, but you know, what love is really about is a reassuring whisper in the dark of night. Lisa, Tim, my first wish for the 2 of you is nights filled with reassuring whispers. May you always know that the other is just an arm's length away. And may that knowledge give you the courage to always strive to become the best and the bravest person that you're meant to be. And my second wish. Last month I had an opportunity to see a revival of one of my favorite plays by Tennessee Williams. And towards the end of the play, the hero remarks, what is the one thing in life we mustn't lose sight of before we leave it? Surprise. The capacity for surprise. Lisa, Tim, my second wish is for a life filled with ordinary moments of extraordinary happiness. May you always see life through each other's eyes, and may what you see surprise and delight you. You know, it was just a few weeks ago, Lisa, that you sent me an email, a long email, a very long email. But in it, you shared with me that both you and Tim desire to grow old together. And so, yes, my wish is that you grow old together. And when you are old and gray, may you still delight in each other. And my third wish. Years ago, I lived on an island in the South Pacific that had no airplanes. But on this island, it was called Truk. And on Truk, they speak Truckese. And my favorite Truckese word is A cheng. A cheng literally means anything that can be easily broken, and it is their word for love. Now, Tim, Lisa, I'm sure over time you have called each other many different names in at least a couple of different languages. But on this night, the one word that captures what you are to each other is a cheng. And my hope is that you will never, take for granted what we celebrate here tonight. May you always look at each other and realize that you are pure gift. And may you always be willing to do the work needed to nurture and nourish each other, because you are each other's a cheng. And for you who are family and friends, I know that you were lured here from the four corners of the world by the promise of a great party, and a great party you will have. But you know as well as I that not every night can be as wonderful as tonight. Life gets messy. And so my hope for all of you is that in the years to come, you will serve as the collective memory of this night. May you always remind Lisa and Tim of the love that you celebrated, the love that you bore witness to, and may each of you always be for them what they and their families are for you, good and loyal friends. As I say, just look about. Truly, you are a remarkable gathering. Tim, Lisa, I remind you that marriage begins in the giving of your word. You cannot give yourself to the other without giving your word, and that giving must be unconditional. For in giving yourself over to the other, you give yourself over to the mystery that is life and love. And so it is now that we who are your family and friends, in the presence of God and with open hearts, now bear witness to the giving of your word. Please join your right hands. I, Tim, take you, Lisa, to be my wife.
I, Tim, take you, Lisa, to be my wife.
I promise to be true to you.
I promise to be true to you.
In good times and in bad.
In good times and in bad.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
I will love you.
I will love you.
And honor you.
And honor you.
All the days of my life.
All the days of my life.
I, Lisa, take you, Tim, to be my husband.
I, Lisa, take you, Tim, to be my husband.
I promise to be true to you.
I promise to be true to you.
In good times and in bad.
In good times and in bad.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
I will love you.
I will love you.
And honor you.
And honor you.
All the days of my life.
All the days of my life.
So be it. Rings are an ancient symbol. Blessed, simple, round, like the sun, like the eye, like arms that embrace. The love that is given comes back round and round again. Tim, Lisa, may these rings always remind you that your love, like the sun, shines brightly. That your love, like the eye, sees clearly. And that your love, like arms that embrace, truly is a gift to our world. I ask you all please to stand. The blessing that I extend to Tim and Lisa, words of this blessing are a blending of the words of an ancient Irish blessing and an ancient Jewish blessing. It's a double whammy. And so, Tim, Lisa, surrounded by the love of your family and friends, it is in their name that I pray, God, and bid you both. May the blessing of light be with you always, light without and light within, and may the sun shine upon you and warm your hearts until they glow like a great fire, so that others may feel the warmth of your love for one another. And may God, ever gracious, grant you peace. Peace in your hearts, peace in your home, peace in your united lives. Indeed, peace unto eternity. And may like blessings follow each of us all the days of our lives. And now, by the power invested in me, it is my honor and my sweet delight to pronounce as and to present for the first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Tim and Lisa Molloy. You, sir, may kiss your bride.
A little over 3 years ago, there was a momentous occasion when we were having a Christmas dinner over at Jim's, and it was the first time that Tim had ever met Lisa. And who would have thought that she was going to go on a mission impossible, you know? 3 years later, here we are today. I mean, and it's a magical story, and we're so happy. There's a few people that we need to thank. I'd like to thank Sheila and her excuse me. I would like to thank Lisa's mother, Sheila, and all her family from coming from Florida and New York, and for all the support they gave us for here today. And I'd also like to thank our aunts, Anne, and all the family that came from Belfast, for all the nieces, all the nephews that have all come out. This is a really, really great day. And I'd like you to charge your glasses. And say cheers to Tim and Lisa. Cheers. Cheers. And now if the two of them would come over, they're going to have their very first dance as Mr. and Mrs. Malloy.
Have I told you lately that I love you?